Hello, good evening, Ghana. Wherever you're doing the listening, welcome on board. This is the best sporting experience when it comes to Friday night. And we've got the issues served. There are big issues to talk about this evening. The issues tonight, if you know Otoado, call him to pick a pen and a paper. Because he will need these lessons. Hello and welcome on board. This is Sports Panorama on your favorite network, 97.3 Citi FM. You can join us live on the show through our WhatsApp and Telegram lines 0549 986 996. I am Bernard, a big country. Not your regular host, but your host for tonight. Got a Twisco plan for you tonight. If you've not joined the Twisco family, this is the time. This is that time. It's Twisco, baby. You'll be hearing from the rabbi. The show is live. Man, you got to win big. That's why we've got winner big for you. It's a Friday night. Twisco is the exciting new chocolate beverage. Coach Christopher Nimley is in the studios. There's Yahweh Jim Minta as well. And I know you are doing the listening. And on YouTube, hey, Charlie, you guys are solid. I'll be telling you about Twisco and winner big as well on your biggest platform. Welcome, the rabbi is in the studio. Coach Christopher Nimley.
No more.
Coach.
Abela.
Abai, Coach.
Ebe. Wow, any tree. You was about.
Thank you.
Manche mia manche. You were kegmene soa. Wake ni maswa na maswa. Keshe be ntumoneke ni wakayobo. Akabuji monoke woye. Oko wono. No han we wale. Ni kabele she. Oba bie no oba fen wogbe ami. Ke jogbelai. Oba you sports.
Yes, sports.
And kwale bi ayo ye. Abu fan bi efe.
Ebi ada.
Ghana ma mu fe klalo. Efia ewo, efia egbo.
Yeah, ready.
Here no come on be a yo. O small be a yo.
Yeah, small.
Wo ba le wo ba. Oba fen wogbe ami.
Coach Pachi.
Then get do Duncan any you achela ba mi speed. Last week Ben
home is coming home.
Coming home is going away.
Going away.
In Kabaka, there's nothing like coming home. Away. Do Duncan, in Kababi, when do Duncan.
You are needed in the studio.
If you need to Duncan, you're blamable and nobody.
You are needed in the studio. The seat is reserved for you.
Enjoy if you man be men enjoy if you mene kashinano walake bunye wo here ye yesu gba mi amen
Amen. So tonight, there are some Black Stars players who've made important moves there's the need to put the highlights on them. Now, I told you if you have the number of Coach Otoado, this is the best moment. There's the right time for you to put him on. Now, my friends at the FA, I think you will need this as well. So there's Osman Ibrahim, who's joined Brighton and Hove Albion from Nordjylland. Don't call me zone. So, but for a second, you hold on and take this.
A don that was so is don't call me time. One place, mate, for sale, 120 cheap. Don't call me, oh, don't call me. We dey loan this player $1,000. Don't call me, oh, don't call me. For the striker, we can consider. Don't call me, oh, don't call me. No, they see you use Tina Boca. Don't call me, oh. Some ghosts are Sansa Taurus. Now one time she goes a place of ghosts. Now on yet drinks a TVS. And then you coach one come at home. A don that was so. Don't call me, oh, don't call me. Let's go. It's don't call me time. Don't call me, oh, don't call me. It's don't call me time. Don't call me, oh, don't call me.
So I indicated to you earlier that
Naboka. Don't call me, oh, don't call me.
team we have Bokana.
Don't call me, oh, don't call me.
But it's important for our players, isn't it? There's Fatawu Issahaku as well, who's signed a 5-year deal with Leicester City.
Don't call me, oh, don't call me. It's don't call me time.
And Baba Idrisu also joins Spanish Segunda side UD Ameria. It's a 3-year deal. Ibrahim Suleiman also joins Atalanta from Cagliari on a 4.5-year deal.
It's don't call me time.
Please don't call me time.
It's don't call me time. Don't call me, oh, don't call me. It's don't call me time. Don't call me, oh, don't call me. It's don't call me time. Don't call me, oh, don't call me.
All right, the perfect time to get into this. Coach Christopher Nimley. Gosh, that's an anchor. Coach, this is the period.
Yeah.
And I mean, I need you to, you feel first of all, this is the perfect time for Otoado to get things right. There are Ghanaian, I mean, these players I mentioned are players who will be playing in the English Premier League.
That's right.
Majority of them.
That's right.
What does it mean for Ghana?
It can only make the Black Stars better. Because at the end of the day, we have said that when we had most of our players playing in the best leagues in the world, we saw or we had a good experience of what Ghanaian football is all about. Go back to the performance of the Black Stars in 2010. Richard Olele Kingston, John Pencil, Sape, John Mensah, Jonathan Mensah, Pablo Aima Anthony, Prince Kevin Prince Boateng, Prince Tego, Kujua Samoa, the Baby Jet, Aliu Montari. Our players were playing in the top leagues. Andre, Dede, Morgan, Rami, Ayew. In the top league. So when the Black Stars lines up against any opposition, we commanded huge respect.
You thought for a moment that respect was gone?
No, when we had that team.
No. After that team faded.
Of course, after that team faded, we've struggled, isn't it? Because that team was on the dip after the 2014 World Cup.
True.
We've dipped. And the performances of the Black Stars is there for everybody to see. We've gotten ourselves knocked out in the first round. In our last 3 major tournaments, if you add the 4th one,
strange
names. Because you could clearly see that people were in that team not deserving to be there. Agency players, which we've complained about. If you have the FA president sitting in his office on television telling the whole Ghana that under his regime, he will be the final say.
It's on record.
It's on record.
Yeah.
You will be the final as to who gets into the Black. You are not a coach. You know nothing about football when it comes to who a player is. You are an administrator. And I've been on this platform and several other platforms several times saying that you don't run football like that. So for me, if you've got Ghanaian players making the sort of moves that our players are making, you can only look back if you are an Otoado and say, goodness me, all right, It is what it is. It is what it is. This is what you want to have your players because look, international football has always presented every country with the opportunity to showcase its best commodity when it comes to football.
True.
And we should not be an exception. So I'm all for it. If the likes of Osman and the likes of Fatawu and even the boy who has moved from Cagliari to Atalanta, he's going to play Champions League football. Don't forget, they won the Europa Cup, so they've entered to Champions League. I can only hope that these moves will get our players more playing time. Fantastic, because you cannot make the move and not play football, go and sit on the bench. That would be, then it would have been better if you had stayed at your previous
important
team.
point. They are young. Do you
Very young.
They are going to get the opportunity.
They will
to
have
just
to,
slot
look,
in.
Currently, the best players are the young players, isn't it?
Yeah.
Look at Lamine Yamal. Look at Nico Williams. Look at Jude Bellingham. Look at them. Mention them. Phil Foden. Mention them. The Pedri. The Gavi. Mention them. The Kamavinga. Mention them.
Absolutely.
So the young players are proving and showing week in, week out that they are the real deal. It's not about having an ideal player or experiencing the ideal situation. You want to experience the real situation. And it is now with the young players. That is why if you have a Leo Messi in the Argentina national team at the Copa America, he clearly understands that it's about the young boy doing the job. All he needs to do is to be there to facilitate. He's just facilitating. But the actual work is being done by the likes of Lautaro Martinez, the likes of Enzo Fernandez and co. Because they are far, far younger. 25. Lisandro Martinez.
Fantastic.
You understand? So football has gotten to the stage where to give your team a future, to make your team very competitive, you need to have young, brave, exciting, talented players to lead the line. And for me, if you narrow it down to the Osman move,
Ibrahim Osman.
Yeah. I want
see,
to take it one after
look,
the other.
he is that good.
But I have some concern about that move.
No,
Because of the department he plays in.
don't worry.
Because
He's
No.
5 foot.
Don't worry.
8.
Don't worry.
he has all the skill and the speed.
Don't
but
worry.
he's going to match up against Enciso, Bonanote,
Don't
Karol
worry.
Mitoma. There's Simon Adingra.
Don't worry.
And they signed a Gambian youngster, Yankuba
Look,
Minte.
I can tell you for a fact that he's more the only player who
Does he fit the English Premier League style first of all?
definitely look. He's big, he's pacey, he's powerful, he's technically gifted. What do you need to play in England?
Those qualities.
Those are the qualities. For me, the only player who I can look at and say in that Brighton they may give him is Mitoma. But I think was it Odingra?
Simon Adingra.
Mention those you're mentioning. Look, if you've experienced Osman and you've watched him play and you've spoken to him before, look, in terms of belief and capability,
Is he having that?
I don't remember the last time I spoke to or I had a chat with a young Ghanaian player like that. And after the message, the only thing I took home was that, come on, man, what a confident lad.
Oh, okay.
Very, very confident. He sees no limitations in what he's doing. He said, Coach, just put me there.
Wow.
It has a.
You
Oh,
know they see nobody.
Come on, but the guy,
Come on, physique.
The guy is 5 foot 8.
That's what I'm saying. He will tell you that for a forward player, what you need is speed, technique, and power.
But the Premier League demands strength too.
That's just, no. But if you look at him, that's the power and the strength I'm talking about.
He's going to meet 6 footers, people who are
see,
the kind of defense like Manchester
You
United.
only play. You see, football on record is 0.001% played in the air.
True though.
Because when the ball naturally goes there, gravity even brings it down.
Yeah.
Science.
Gravity completely compels the ball itself to come down.
Thank you.
So you don't. That's what me. Yes, I fancy height when it comes to football because of certain competitive situations within the game.
Yeah.
But if it's about heart, Iniesta wouldn't have played football. Scholes, Messi, Xavi, Gavi, Pedri, they wouldn't have played football.
But then the position where you play,
that's what I'm saying. That
the guy,
for him, where he plays, he needs speed. He's got decent speed.
Yeah.
He needs proper one because he's the lad who thrives on 1v1 situation.
True.
If you've watched him.
True.
And as a winger or somebody who could move in diagonally to play as a second striker or a false nine, you should always fancy yourself in a 1v1 situation. Look, I am stating emphatically that he will be the hit of a Ghanaian player in the EPL. We've seen what Mo Kudus is capable of doing. So I'm not looking up to Kudus again. I expect him to get to the next level. But Ibrahim Osman is the next big thing to happen for Ghana in the EPL. Take it from me. I put my coaching credentials on the line.
American coaching credentials.
I put it on the line.
American coaching credentials.
And I'm telling that the new Brighton coach.
Yeah.
Is it Brighton themselves? Look at when they signed the boy.
Yeah, in January.
He was signed in January. He's had how many seasons has he had this place? I think one season. Just one.
He's sprung up early. He's young. He's young.
And look, the sort of things he's capable of doing, or the sort of thing he does when he's on the ball. Don't forget, I think one of his strongest attributes is the fact that he's a team player. He's a very intelligent.
True.
He waits
I've
for
seen
the
him
moment.
on the flanks and
Yes,
able to cut in
he's a team
to the
player.
18 solid.
He's
Yeah.
not selfish, but he's that player who's got proper audacity, proper belief in his ability to take on whoever and whatever is in front of him.
Now, Coach, I'll come to you again. But I mean, when Kudus was coming to England, there were lots of concerns and questions raised about whether he'll be able to slot in and even the specific role that he will play, in that setup for West Ham. Now, this guy is coming in then again. I talk about Osman, and there are a lot of competition or players to fill that slot in his area. Is it going to be a certain Kudus Mohammed, just as coach is describing in the upcoming season?
That's quite difficult to call because you look at Kudus, for instance, that West Ham team. Did you see him struggle to, or did you envisage him struggle to get game time at West Ham when his main competition was Jared Bowen, and even that's on the wings, and even if he had to move a bit central, his main competition would have been Lucas Paqueta. And that was the little bit of concern with the central area in terms of position that Kudus potentially could have played. But if you were talking about exclusively down the wings, there wasn't too much concern because Jared Bowen had shown that he could play as a false nine. And when you look at Mikel Antonio's injury history, it was always going to be a case where there will be a significant stretch in the season where he will miss time. And so that would force Jared Bowen to play as a false nine, or even Mohamed Kudus to play as a false nine, because his last season at Ajax, he was used extensively as a false nine. Yeah. So there wasn't too much concern about him, about his game time. There is a bit of concern with Ibrahim Osman, and I expressed it earlier as coach spoke, because of the profile of the players who play in the same position. Yankuba Minte, who is from Gambia, he's just like an Ibrahim Osman. Excellent one-on-one player, pacey, a lot of dribbling ability. He's got it.
In the order of ranking, where would you place Osman? You mentioned all these players.
Where would I place Osman? I think I'll place him at the bottom. To be realistic. No,
he's
coach,
got
relax.
a better end product to his game.
Coach, relax.
Hear
me out.
Than the boy from Cote d'Ivoire.
Coach,
he's got a better end product to the game
hear me out.
than the boy from the one you just mentioned. It's about the end product. You can do all the dazzling, all the teasing, all the exciting stuff, but you are judged on that final ball. That is Osman's biggest weapon.
Coach,
and every coach will look at him and say, come on, he guarantees me a better end product to whatever reaction he's going to be performing.
Here's the thing. I'm a Ghanaian, I'm a patriot. I want him to succeed, but we are here to be objective. And that's that's our job.
No, but
and
I'm
be objective.
You can put the stats out. You can put. You see, it's a very final ball,
which is being objective. And I'm giving you an objective reason why I believe.
Okay, you go ahead. You go ahead.
And why I believe he ranks bottom of that list.
Okay, go ahead.
What is feeling at bottom is too harsh.
Yeah,
Allow him
giving you the reason.
Allow him to.
For Mitoma, we all agree he's utter world class. He's out of this world. He's untouchable. So he has one flank already taken.
Yeah.
He has one flank already taken.
Don't forget that just before you could. Don't forget that Mitoma himself had a very bad injury, so he's coming back from an injury. Maybe pay the medics from what have they said. Maybe you have to now control his game time and all that. So it's a long season.
Yeah.
But just before you, one thing I can assure every Ghanaian here.
Yeah.
If you put Osman in there,
he's a sharp
a
guy.
proper end product is guaranteed.
Okay, so here's why I ranked him bottom.
Yeah,
so because Mitoma takes one flank, he has taken one flank already. So you are just left with one more flank, and I rank him at the bottom because you have Enciso in there. He has played in the Premier League. He has thrived in the Premier League before he got that ACL. He returned and he showed glimpses that he is getting back to his top level. Then Buonanotte too, the same. Then you have Simon Adingra. The least said about him, the better. You saw what he did at the AFCON. You saw the kind of confident play that he plays. The kind of confident play that he deals out once he steps out on the pitch. And Yankuba Minte, who is also a new signing, I would place him ahead of Osman Ibrahim because he has played. Both of them played in the Danish league.
Yeah.
But Yankuba Minte moved to the Dutch league. And he played at, I believe, is it Feyenoord? Yes. And he won the Dutch Cup with Feyenoord last season. So when you look at the level of competition that both have faced, Yankuba Minte has faced a bit of a higher, stiffer competition than Ibrahim Osman. And that's why I rank Ibrahim Osman bottom of that list.
How many seasons has Ibrahim played in the Danish league?
I believe it's 1.5.
Just 1.5. So if 1.5 straight to the EPL, this player you are talking, he had to go and Galavanto. He went to pass from the back door and came to the EPL.
Why is that back door? That's every division.
If you are good enough, you go from where you are to where the real deal is.
No, but look.
Yeah,
the journey to the top of the mountain is not always straight.
I completely disagree with you.
Why do you disagree?
When he says
when you are rating those who play in this area, where will you put him?
For me, football is a result-oriented game.
But this is an 18-year-old you want to risk.
It is a result-oriented game, football. So if I'm the one handling the team, the one who guarantees me the result is the one I go for. Agreed?
Agreed, but because people have played in that same area.
That's what I'm saying. The only disadvantage he goes in there with
is what?
He's yet to experience the EPL.
But he's a fighter, EPL.
But what I'm saying fighters, that if you've spoken to him before, the sort of big heart that he's got,
maybe in one of words, arrogance.
A shame and for you to be
fantastic.
And you need to be of that level. That has to be your mentality.
Yeah, to play in the Premier.
If you want to come from nowhere and get into that EPL and bust it. I'm very certain Mo Kudus is one of his good friends. Yeah. So a bit of talking, a bit of chatting.
He actually revealed that as he spoke with Adingra. Because both were at the Right to Dream Academy.
And Adingra himself is aware. Is it that the thing? He's aware of the quality.
There's another Ghanaian in that team. Do you think he's going to make
Lamptey?
Oh, but
he can only help.
I mean, would he make him feel at home?
Yeah, feel at home.
Sure. Would
settle him.
It will help.
Quickly settled him. That will make him settle. And I said, look, if you know Ibrahim, if you know him, and if you listen to the way people like Derek Boateng and even if you look at how they speak about that young man. And for me, I said, I've interacted with him once. And what I took away after that interaction was the fact that this is a confident lad. Give him the platform. That is all he seeks. That is all he requests. That is all he asks for. Give him the platform.
Art form.
The rest will be history.
And just a quick one, a bit of development in relation to Ibrahim Osman. Earlier in the week, I believe it was today's Friday. I believe it was Tuesday. I chanced on a report where it was stated that Simon Adingra is also on the radar of Olympique Marseille because Roberto De Zerbi is now the head coach of Olympique Marseille.
Okay.
And so there's a possibility he might move or try to sign Simon Adingra to Olympique Marseille. And if that happens,
space?
Exactly. If that happens, it frees up a little bit of space and it reduces the level of competition that Ibrahim Osman would have to face in his fight for a starting berth in Brighton. So that could possibly help him, but I don't know if that will materialize because of the Mason Greenwood signing. But if they can get Mason Greenwood, he will be cutting in from the right side as an inverted winger. And Simon Adingra, he also thrives as an inverted winger on the left side. At Marseille. So it's all up in the air. But if Adingra leaves, then Ibrahim Osman's chances of playing consistent minutes in the starting lineup will definitely go up.
Adingra should stay.
Yeah, he should not move to Marseille.
You will see. I know what I'm talking about. You will see. Look, I have never been this vocal and overly confident on a young Ghanaian player. I don't remember the last time I did this. Wow. I don't remember when I think the last time
Issahaku?
Issahaku, I didn't I was not booming this.
He bought last year.
No, forget about last year. I mean, when he came up, his development stalled, went to Lisbon. That is what. No, but I'm saying that I think the last time I spoke this way of a young Ghanaian player was when Andre Morgan
came on the
scene. That was the last time I remember I was this vocal about a young Ghanaian player. I don't have no doubt whatsoever. It is a move I don't commit. I don't commit this move without any. Thank you. It's a move I don't commit.
Thank you.
Give Ibrahim the platform. The rest will be history, and the history will be properly written. In the good way. I'm telling you honestly.
That's right. So we are getting into let us know your thoughts on the WhatsApp console or through our Telegram lines on 0549 986 996. Actually, it is on. We need to talk about another player, on our Don't Come list. And this is another Ghanaian player who I feel last season really proved himself. Coach Riley mentioned his name, Fatawu Issahaku. He signs a 5-year deal with Leicester City.
That is huge.
That's tough.
I mean, 5-year deal. Look, it shows the confidence Leicester as a team has in the player. When they went from him, when they got him on loan, they had inserted a clause there.
Absolutely.
That if you were to play this number of games, we are obliged. It was sort of an obligation to buy. Leicester as a team didn't have to. Once he met every requirement that was set, they had to go and pay the money. But for them to have decided to put him on a 5-year deal, it speaks volumes of the quality of Issahaku. Look, I've always been very critical about him. I really did not enjoy his developmental trajectory when he was developing. After that under-20 competition where he took Africa by storm, I think his development stalled. Those handling him, they were too much in a haste to get him outside there.
Yeah.
But whoever advised him, I believe it to be those handling him, that he should come on loan to Leicester City in the championship. And for him to have done the sort of things he did with them, I think it is very proper. But look, the level of the championship cannot be equated to that of the Premier League. But I will say that he's used to a bit of English football. Yes, the level may be different. The tempo, look, if you watch the championship in England, it's quicker than the EPL itself. But technically, the EPL is better. Quality-wise, the EPL is better.
Absolutely.
So it is a clear indication that he will have to lift his game. I want to see him go to Old Trafford. I want to see him go to Emirates. I want to see him go to Anfield and boss it like Mo Kudu did or will be doing.
Yeah.
Just, you see, they should meet. You see,
Kudus painted the picture.
Lamte, Kudus, Osman, Issahaku, all of them meet as Ghanaians and say, look, we will write the Ghanaian success story. That story that is like is of Michael Essien, Ali Muntari.
Are you ready to have that party?
Look, Michael Essien, Ali Muntari, even the Baby Jet, the one season that he spent there.
Buta.
Was a remarkable one. And these guys are all younger. If you look at the ages they have gone into, they're a bit young.
Between the two, Osman and earlier we spoke about, earlier Osman, then now Fatawu, Issahaku. Whose play resembles or who's struggle and fight for the ball? Do you think can emulate that of the Baby Jet Asamoah in the Premier League for Sunderland?
I think I'll give that to Osman. Because he's stronger, he's bigger, he's got a physical presence, and that is what he needs. But the beauty of him is that there's a decent pace to what he does. In the case of Issahaku, it's a move I approved of. It's a move I don't commit because he's not going to try and get used to his teammates. He's already used to them because he played with them in the championship. So stepping it up a level should be something that collectively they will be doing as a unit. But to the boy himself, there's no room for complacency. His decision making, most importantly, will have to improve because I watched that game he played at the Bridge against Chelsea. I think it was an FA Cup game or so.
As soon as he catches, he always wants to shoot.
Exactly.
Like, relax.
And
you don't have to always.
He needs to improve upon his decision making,
But
especially on and off the ball. Because in that game, he caused Leicester a goal by being dispossessed, and he caused them a goal by not being smart enough to do the off-the-ball thing.
But they say as a centre forward, you need to be a little selfish.
But he's not a centre forward. He's a winger.
He's a winger. He's a forward player.
I want to say an attacker.
Yes. So you see, selfishness is part of the game, but there's nothing smart in being selfish when there's a better, obvious decision to be made. So yes, if your selfishness is going to give us a better outcome, you do it. But not when there's a better, well-placed player. Because at the end of the day, if whoever scores, once the team wins, we all stand to benefit.
Absolutely.
Because look, what they cannot afford to do is to get relegated just after promotion. They got relegated, they've gained promotion back. The Leicester City who won the league about 6-7 years ago will have to stay in the league.
Absolutely.
You understand? They are making some decent signings. The coach have left. The one who got them promoted is what Chelsea has gone for. So it's a new coach. It's a new way of doing it. You understand?
Have you seen his videos?
Forget about him. You see, it's a new baby Pep. Oh, that coach that gave him that playing time, that accepted his style of play. The one who asked that he be brought to him is not there again. He's a new man. So there's a bit of adjustment to be done. So what you can do to brighten your opportunity of settling in with the new coach is to do the simple things. Football is a simple game and it can be played only by players who think simple. So do the simple thing, improve. Look, he needs to improve his decision making.
You see, it's important.
That is very, very key for him.
Steve Cooper loves to play on the counter attack.
That's it.
Steve Cooper, if you have watched him with Nottingham Forest, loves to play on the counter attack. So if you get counter attack, let's say 3 times, and you are the one, you are the ball, you are the ball carrier, and you end up, once you enter the vicinity of the opposing team, close to the penalty box,
and you think you should be shooting by heart.
All the time, you shoot all the time,
and it's not on target.
You are missing a lot.
Even when it's on
target, if there's a better passing option, you make the pass. But if you always want to, even if it's on target,
and a better option puts it in the back of the net,
which one do you prefer? So if you have 3 opportunities, because you have too many counter-attacking opportunities in the Premier League, especially when you are playing away from home.
That's right.
You need to make good use of it. Of those chances when they pop up, he needs to be efficient, and that's where the decision making comes in.
It's that's
where the decision making comes in. So when do I go for the shot? When do I make a pass? When do I just drop it off and make a decoy run to be able to receive the pass? You get my point. That's where he needs to improve. But in terms of his ability to dribble, his speed is on point, his strength. I love his mentality, the way he's very aggressive, pressing high up the pitch, and always helping his team. Those days are on point. But it's the fine margins. Games are decided in these days based on the fine margins. The one who is able to get on the good side or the positive side ends up winning. And now a lot of talent, the talent gap is not that big. It's not that big. There are a lot of talented players in the English Premier League. There are a lot of talented players on the Leicester City team. And so, because they already have this youngster, Mavididi. So, if you are in such close competition, it is you being able to, I wouldn't say perfect because no one is perfect, but you being able to refine those rough areas, those rough edges of your game. That is what will get you to stand out. And that is what coach means by the decision making. And I fully support it because that's where he needs massive improvement. The decision making, especially when it comes to this particular manager who loves to have his team play on the counter attack.
All right, that's great. Falling on a break, and when we come back, I'll be telling you about Twisco. And I'll be asking Coach Christopher Nimley to tell us about Twisco.
Today, you go and come. People are asking me where to get Twisco.
Yeah, that's it.
So I don't know, but I'm telling the one or those in charge, the marketers of Twisco, the product has gained ground. It's here to stay. The mileage or the speed with which it is traveling is far faster
the platform.
The speed of light cannot match up.
Panorama
the speed of light cannot match up to the speed with which Twisco is traveling.
Panorama platform.
Ghanaians have accepted Twisco as the freshest and best beverage drink.
Twist.
And the Montreal Ghana for me, you about Twisco here.
Thank you.
Montreal, they are Twisco.
Thank you.
I'm for that.
Guess what? Now you can win cash every day. Cash just the flow, sir. Winnowbig is your cash companion, your bestie, always ready to sprinkle a little extra joy into your life. Head to winnowbig.com, winabig.com, or dial *920*66#. Grab your ticket for just 5 Ghana cedis, and voila! You could just be winning you some cash. 1 ticket, 2 chances. Download the Winnowbig app on both Android and iOS smartphones. Follow us on our social media pages for more. Winnowbig, cash the flow. Winnowbig is regulated by the National Lottery Authority on the Caritas Lottery platform.
Oh, there's an exciting news for you. The new chocolate beverage is out there on the market from the producers of Cowbell. Now, permit me to introduce you to Twisco. If I say that thing again.
Twisco.
Yeah, man. So Twisco is a chocolate food drink with a blend of premium cocoa powder, rich with NFET, combination of energy boosting mineral and vitamins, including B vitamins, vitamin C, D, iron, and many more. But Twisco is available in 20 gram and can be found at your nearest neighborhood store in a delightful red sachet for only 1.80 Ghana cedi. One cedi, 80 pesos.
One van pity. Nearest store, one van pity. Just a 1 pity. One chair baby.
Nearest store.
Nearest store. Yes, those of you who have been calling me, Coach, where can we get Twisco? Go to the nearest store by your door. Supermarket.
Yeah.
All the everywhere. Go there. All the everywhere.
Yes.
All the everywhere. There's Twisco there for you to enjoy.
Look, Twisco.
Me the marker. I will continue to say it. All my daughters, since they tasted it,
thank you.
Look, I have 3 beautiful girls that I'm so proud of. Oh, no,
yeah, man.
Dachi omno wobe shweme.
101%.
And to me kumu di shawon.
Yes.
When my little girl, Odelia says, Daddy, please make sure Twisco is always at home.
Mama, son.
Yes.
Thank you.
I called my beautiful wife, Obribi. I say, look, Susan, please, this is a directive. You see, when you are the head of the house and you say it's a directive, don't ever make sure that Twisco is always available. Because he said, what a being colana dream. Ingredient what they are yet Twisco.
You are speaking fancy.
Ingredient what they are yet Twisco. Man colano was Fiaza. A call to me say yo. And Emma will retentive memory.
Yes, okay,
it's key.
Iron.
What is the iron for the success, the academic success, even the moral success, even the social success of a child?
We're active.
Why active?
Yes.
6 years. I didn't bon come ultimately deep. Twisco nintra.
Now, to enjoy all the goodness packed in a sachet, all you have to do is empty content into a mug, mix it with 180 ml of, previously boiled water, milk, and stir. Start your day with a cup of the great tasting Twisco and power your dream. You know that this advert is FDA approved. Wait to me, chill. Messages are coming in. We'll be taking all of them for you. People are excited that the season is about to unfold. That's brilliant.
15 August, 1
That's it.
Tobo.
Hey, I'm going to need you in the sexy. I'm going to need you in the sexy. Josh sexy.
Fine boy.
There are some names before me. People are winners. I mean, winner big gives you an opportunity to win.
Of course.
So I say, hey Ghana, are you ready to win something? Are you ready to win money?
Money. Sika ye Jenny free day.
But be free. A lot of money to give away. Now watch out. Winner big is here with bigger and constant cash prices. Now with just 5 Ghana cedis. That's one thing that I love about these companies. Then let's Twisco 1 CD 80 pesos. Twisco you have it in your house. 5 CD you are winning big. Now listen, with just 5 CDs, you get yourself a ticket and stand a chance to win 500 Ghana cedis.
Just like that. Just like that.
500 just 5 CD.
Me pecky ba pant me see me shitani.
Yeah, rabbit kiba. Chanton.
Me tell no
Chanton, Charlie, we see chair.
Chanton. So Martini, now your ticket also enters you into a weekly draw for an amazing 1,000 Ghana cedis. Today I'll be telling you about people who have won these amounts that I've been quoting: 500 Ghana cedis and 1,000 Ghana cedis. Now imagine the possibilities that make it 1 ticket 2 chances. Just imagine. Now participating is easy. Just dial *920 *66 hash. I have to repeat that again. *920 *66 hash and follow the prompt to purchase your desired tickets. You can also download the Winner Big app. It's both on iOS and Android Play Store to play and win. Just visit the website on www.winnerbig.com to purchase your ticket. Now this is the exciting part. Weekly draw happens every Friday at 4 p.m. on this network, this big show. We will be announcing the winners today. Maybe we should talk about the winners. Maybe let's talk about the winners. Now there's a guy who won 500 cedis. if I mention your number, probably your family relatives will be calling you now, and everybody will be telling you that look, this is the share, the part of. I mean, I'm taking like this share from the total sum, so I'm not mentioning the number. Yeah, but I can do with the names. So I mentioned the first name. Should I mention the number? I think I should go by the first.
Mention only the name.
The name.
When the person comes, that's what he brings for identification and collection.
Yeah. True. So there is one guy who's won 1,000 Ghana cedis, and on account 5 of them have won 500 Ghana cedis.
Hey, and I'm for Tresco.
Which 5 Ghana cedis. 5 to 500.
5 to 500.
Can't worry.
It's simple. I have 495 Ghana cedis profit. In memory, a temu rough.
Too much. So there's James. Should I mention the number?
No,
just the name. I feel temptation there. You don't have to.
The body in a
So yes, so there's James who won 500 Ghana cedis, and James, your last name. I have to mention the alphabet that starts with it to put you on a safer side. So James, your last name starts with a Y, and I'm tempted to say the last digit on the number. The number.
With the body full name.
So let me do it.
The boy.
So James, your last name begins with a Y. Your number ends with 87. You won 500 Ghana cedis. Godwin have also won 500 Ghana cedis. Godwin, your last name commences with an N, and on your number, the last number is 13. So you've also won 500 Ghana cedis. Hayford, your last name ending with an O. Your last digit on your call number is 07. You've won 500 Ghana cedis. Daniel, you also having your last name ending with an O. Your last digit ends with 10. You've won 500 Ghana cedis. And of course, there's another Hayford whose last name ends with an O, but the number ends with 22 on your call number. You've also won 500 Ghana cedis. You have to listen carefully.
Nipa 5.
Yeah, 500.
And the 2005 no Simple. Yeah. For 5 cedis.
Yeah.
Just a company no. Ono what they on 25 Ghana.
Yeah.
So 25 Ghana, they've given 2,500 Ghana. What?
Now watch this. This guy, Sule, your last name ends with an S. Sule, your last name starts with an S, I should say, and your number ends with 08. 08. You've won 1,000 Ghana.
No more Sule. Times 2 500. The weekend no weekend never be
too much.
No more oyelile ya kolile no klata ekoni o shejo mi. Agbo aye. Ona gbonyo ni yeni da. Agbo aye. Ona gbonyo.
Ano chede.
Me pa chede dead body won didi. Dead body we didi vai. Obi awewu. De we didi da. Agbo aye no ba eska no o blalile ni ata ko ni chede nyami agbo aye ona gbono ni yeni da
Friday night
come with your advice on Monday.
Yes
Friday night. You need to win big 5 Ghana cedis and you are good to go. So guys, if you heard your names, this is the moment. Just come in, show identification. Of course, your number will also testify. And know that you've got your money as well. You are good to go. So these are the winners for this week. All right, let's move into another important matter. Mr. There, I don't know. I was with the Mina.
It's don't call me time. Don't call me you. Don't call me time. It's don't call me time.
So there's a Ghanaian chap, Ibrahim Suleimana. I watched clips of him and I think he's one wild guy that if we give him time to grow, he'll be one of the fantastic guys in our Black Stars setup and also for the nation as well. He's joined Atalanta from Cagliari on a 4-year deal. I'll come to you guys for us to delve into. Let me pick a few messages on our WhatsApp console, then we'll delve much into it. We're talking about the sexy.
Oh no, sexy. Yeah, Zino is sexy. Sexy. Papa.
Coach.
I don't want to play a phone.
No, you play a
phone. That's a message now, bro. Don't make
it for work on. Get a recipe for work on.
23 years.
You will improve. Let's go into the messages. I'm the follower, bedroom maestro from Issahaku says the Panorama virus is airborne in the city and the radioactive waves have commenced the weekend, anchored by Numo with the help of one smooth, one rough.
Oh no! Me concussion do me be a che. No, if concussion che why? Now some boys say wale walente. I need to come to their aid. Don't worry.
Yes, fantastic.
The weather too is very hilarious.
Yeah.
Very what?
Hilarious. They want to so they country.
Let's get into this. As the international competitions are over with Enzo and Kuku, the red-haired coming out victorious, I can't wait to see the season kickoff. Some people are signing Yomo or Yoro and Gata or Ugata. We go roast and toast them like Killer Willy. I know you come there. You have response to
no comment.
I'll go ahead. Hi guys, good evening to you all. Always ready to listen to football panorama, because of sports panorama. Please tell Nathan and all the other English fans that football is going to Madrid. Sorry to the English national team. Nothing is coming home. Greetings to Coach Chris.
I answer this. It's a good greeting. It's a good greeting.
Moses Kofi Noy from Ablekmosa says, one thing is certain, our colonial masters will never lift the Euro trophy until they come to appease our ancestors, or the problem is rather with Hurricane.
Them case they are not shit.
Kofi Di Pablo from Shiashi says, Coach Nimli, do you think that as a national team, having a section of your team playing in the same team day in and day out is good for the team?
It's always better. It builds their chemistry. It improves their understanding.
That's like Spain in 2010,
of
having
course.
Busquets, Xavi, Iniesta all playing regularly.
Look, that Spanish team that won the World Cup in 2010, apart from Casillas,
I think he's the most decorated.
I think they had, whenever they paraded the first 11, they were close to between 6 to 7 batsmen.
Yeah.
And they were, because there was Piqué, there was Puyol,
tight.
there was Busquets, there was Xavi, Iniesta.
Yeah.
So look, like there was David Villa. So the chemistry was there, and you could easily see them just do their thing.
Free flowing. This also reads, good evening, my Sport Panorama crew. Miss you all plenty. Coach, please tell Slot, I think he wants to say, to be serious. Okay. All right, that's good. Slot, to be serious. All right, that's fine. Good evening, Bernard. This is Starboy from La Paz. I think Osman will drive this Brighton team to the next level. And as coach said, he does not fear any player that plays in the same position. By the way, we are waiting for the FPL code. Don't worry. We're going to have it. The Godfather says, good evening. Last season, we were told Lucas Paqueta will bench Kudus. Yet Kudus played 33 games all season in the Premier League. This Osman discussion should end.
Well, he'll boss it. It's just about the platform. Give it to him and he'll roll.
Coach, I think this message is for you. Good evening, big man in the studio. As a United fan, I understand and approve the signing of
Sexy.
Thank you. Euro and the incoming Ugarte. But it looks like United have forgotten the left back position. It's talking about Luke Shaw's area.
I think they will sign a player there, but that will be based on outgoings.
And he asks, are they trying to say they are okay with Luke Shaw, who is of course an excellent player, but taking into consideration his recent injuries, and Malasia, who is trying to come back? Please tell coach to remind Ashworth and Umar Abarada, White Chaco inside Bowie.
I'll be meeting them on Thursday, so I will make his point clear to them.
Fantastic.
Yeah, it's true.
Why Thursday? Why no Monday?
No, but that's the day. That's the set date. No, see, I'm a Thursday born, so normally we have to. Where you want to meet me, you meet me on Thursday.
Okay. that's when you're in your good element.
I'm a good element, good mood, and I can articulate my points properly.
Now let's articulate the points on this Ghanaian chap. Ibrahim Sulemana.
I'm not going to waste too much time on him. I'm happy with the move, especially because of the coach he's going to be playing under. You see, that coach, I think, currently, he's the best Italian manager, Gasperini. If you read about him, his understanding about football is very different from a typical Italian manager's way of doing things. That is why his Atalanta team has been so dangerous to play against. You remember they came to Liverpool at Anfield?
Oh, yeah. The Europa League, yeah.
Everywhere they've gone,
Massively done.
they've given the opposition proper competition. Because this is a manager who says that, don't ever pass the ball backwards into my half. If you're going to pass it back, make sure the receiving player should step into the half of the opponent.
Okay.
If not, pass it forward. Even if it is the most difficult of passes to be made, try it. If it works for you, it works for the team.
No backwards.
And the team will benefit.
Yeah.
So if you look at Suleiman, the way he plays, he's sort of a combative midfielder.
Typical throwback DM.
Somebody who fancy winning the ball off the opponent. And so if he can bring that to his game, and now he's being coached by a manager that says that when you win the ball, pass it forward.
Yeah.
He can only dominate football games. When you win the ball off the
What's
opponent,
the model of the player we are talking about?
I think he's a combative player. He's a physical. He's got a physical presence. He understands the role in midfield. He has his area properly demarcated for him. That this is my zone. Once it gets there, I have to boss it. And what makes him thick is the fact that he does the simple things. Because in that position, you cannot complicate it. We saw the likes of Busquets, even Rodri. Yeah. We saw Andre Pirlo play there. We saw Makelele play there. Yeah. We saw Makelele doing his
the guy we are talking about
palm days. Yeah, he's a midfielder. Doing his palm days, we saw Makelele play there. Every player who's played in that DM role, deep line midfield role, number six role, he should be a player who is accustomed to doing the simple things. Because your job is to anchor the back four with the forward players. And what do? You take it off them, you pass it forward. You win it off the opponent, you pass it forward. And that is what Suleiman is very good at doing. I'm of the view that with time, he takes over from Salis in the Black Stars.
True.
Okay.
I'm saying it here. I would have taken that decision in the last competitive game we played.
Not from a certain 28 years old Baba Idrisu instead.
No, he has fallen out of
relegated.
He has fallen out of the scope of the Black Stars.
Exactly. Yeah, so Salis is the one who plays in that position. But this Suleiman boy, he can pass the ball 5 years, 10 years, 20, 60 years he can pass.
True.
Salis only would do the 5, maximum 20 years. So anytime the Black Stars is playing, for us to pass the ball forward, Salis will have to give the ball to Partey. That makes our forward move very predictable. But if we've got Partey and Suleiman, who are all proper ball winners and proper forward passers of the ball, the likes of Osman Bukari and the likes of Mo Kudus, the likes of Issahaku, Ibrahim Osman, and our forward players can only benefit. Jordan, you and co. So I'm of the view that going to play under Gasperini, a forward-thinking manager, will only make this boy better. And when he comes into the Black Stars, you see a midfielder reminiscent of what Michael Essien gave to us. I predict that here today.
This pool of players, are they the best young players that we've had in a longer period?
Of course, since the exit, since the fading away of that Muntari, Essien, Anthony Annan, Ajuman Bedu, Jonathan Mensah, Andre Ayew, this is the next generation. That is why I'm happy that they are getting themselves into places in top leagues.
Would that make Otto's decision making easier, or if you maybe competition will make it rather tough?
No. Every coach should fancy being. You see, if your decision is made so obvious, you yourself as a coach, you sleep.
Okay.
But when you have to think through it, because of the proper competition in your team, you know that whoever gets the nod, there's somebody ready to go and take over from him.
Absolutely.
So if that person goes in there, he faces to come on, come and sit down, come on next. That's the way it's done.
Okay.
And every good team, every proper coaching, every good football team thrives on competition. One or two may be indispensable. For example, if you look at how good Man City is as a team,
Yeah.
then when you plug Rodri out of that team,
Yeah.
They have issues.
that is
Yeah.
an anomaly.
But
They are very good as a team.
absolutely.
So one or two players may have that with them.
Yeah.
But in every position, there should be proper competition. And for me, like I've said, I'm happy Suleiman is going to be playing under Gasperini.
Yeah.
It will make passing the ball forward to the forward players even more.
And that is
easy.
very key because if Thomas Partey is not available, our midfielders that we have
Look very
presently,
flat.
They don't possess that kind of quality. And so if you have a guy who is going to be paired with Gasperini, who is going to get him or teach him the nuances of that aspect of the game, because the combativeness, yeah, he has it.
It's within him
athleticism, he has it.
Okay.
He can deliver a good tackle, but the next phase, where to make him a modern day DM,
That's
a
it.
modern day DM, you just can't be doing the old school stuff. You need to be able to pass the ball, particularly when you are playing. You are not playing for, let's say, Nuno Espirito Santo,
Okay.
who's a bit old school. You are playing for Gasperini, a guy who loves to have possession, who loves to have the ball with his team and dominate possession, dominate the ball. You need to be able to pass the ball. If your DM can't pass, how can you maintain possession? You can't. And so to be able to get him to that next level where he becomes a premium top level DM, he getting to work with a guy like Gasperini is so essential, and it will augur well for the Black Stars' chances of doing well in the upcoming competition, be it in the 2025 AFCON and be it in the potentially 2026 World Cup in the States.
Great.
It's don't come time.
You get a chance now to talk about Manchester United. Coach Christopher Nimley's Manchester United. Are you back?
There is a ceremony that they are planning to officially bring me back. It's a huge. In fact, I shouldn't be. Let's go. I shouldn't be breaking the news. Ebe, miss there.
Breaking news.
Tutu nyama. They say, Osofo Ibami. Powerful men of God, like I said last week.
Yeah. You can mix the fancy with the
Powerful men of God, like I said last week. You know, they've called me, and it's like they want to.
Council of Elders.
Elders not them.
Yeah, Council of Elders.
Because they are saying that, look, I should look at what is happening. Things are now being done properly.
Coach, you have criticized Manchester United's
Owners.
oh yeah,
No, part owners, yeah.
Part owners.
The new owner, part owners, the new part owners.
Sir Jim Ratcliffe. You had wanted the
Attorney,
shadow
Sheikh.
Attorney.
He's a real human being.
Yeah, Tanya.
No, first of all, let me ask you. There is Joshua Sexy, right?
Yeah, sexy.
Sexy.
Sexy. I don't know what you say. Antuma Bonidi, you be cow tekrema. Oba konlile.
Okay.
Sexy.
And Yoru, you've criticized. Did you feel that this administration have begun well and they are proving a point? They're stamping the authority.
You see,
that, look,
one thing they've done well, it's not with the people they are bringing in. That is an obvious. But Manchester United over the past 6, 7, 8 years have not been able to offload players. Barada have walked in there. Blanc have walked in there. Ashford has walked in there. Cox have walked in there.
yeah.
And we decided to back Eric Ten Hag. And Ten Hag preference is to offload those players who can't play in his way.
Zuku.
The Zukuis,
Yeah, man.
the Zukayes, they are the people Ten Hag has said they should sack. And under Ineos, I think that's what they are trying to do. As we speak, it's very clear. McTominay is on the market.
100%.
Casemiro is on the market. Maguire has been told that Delete will come. Delete is going to be the next defender Man United are going to buy. They are still negotiating with Bayern Munich. So Delete will come.
The player wants to play.
Lenny Euro. Yoruba Oda Ilmo Akalek Binomo. Akalek Binomo Kajeche. Akalek Binomo. Last week I came and I said, Delete Akalek Binomo.
Sweet.
Tada Kajeche.
Che.
Fiti Ache Nene.
Che.
Omuni ni Nene Ache. Ache. Oh no, Michelle.
Yanko.
And the Zegzi now wabeka hono. Zegzi now wabeka hono. It is clear that look is about building a young, enterprising team for the future.
Yes.
United are not going to win the league. They're not going to win the league.
So coach, you say
The minimum, no, it will be so unrealistic. No, it will be so unrealistic. You see, since Ferguson left,
Yeah.
this is the first time Man United are signing players
Of that
in a
caliber.
certain way.
Very young.
Went for the likes of
Okay,
Zlatan,
seniors.
Lukaku. Those were established players. But I'm saying that this current ownership, for me, I don't like the Glazers. That is one of the problems I have with Ineos. I think that even if they were going to buy the team, they should have put forward a bid that got rid of the Glazers completely.
But then the Glazers had the power to sell. So
They should get out.
What?
he say like they should have given them enough money to make them minority owners.
Honest. Not
And
majority.
Ineos will be majority.
That would take time.
What
Yeah, they
kind
said
of
that will
time?
take
The
time,
money
yeah.
scar. Say na team no baba ya adena sika bebe. What is the Glazer for Majema?
Now,
One game, me and coming game. Mamiza,
They won't.
Mamiza, and the
True, yeah.
why should I leave it if it's not bringing him good money?
Yeah.
They won't leave it. So they're in to stay. But the point I'm making is that if you look at the signings that are being made, the Zegzi signing, the Lenny Euro signing, the possible Ugarte signing, that of Delete, there should be a right back because one Bissaka is leaving. There'll be a right back. There's a left back to be bought. It is clear that this team now is being given proper quality. But the beauty of it is that players who are hungry to go and do something, players who, per their presence, will get the likes of Rashford and Co. to believe that you cannot be complacent again. You see, one of the things that Ineos have done that in my view is very good, which I said they should do, was not to attempt to sack Eric Ten Hag. Efforts were made to sack him.
Yeah, you kept that.
And Ten Hag said that there was a complete collapse in communication after that FA Cup final. He was having his holiday.
Yeah.
When they bumped in on him, walked in on him, flew, and had a discussion. Look, we've searched for coaches, but we've realized that after listening to them, we have the best man for the job. We already have the best man for the job. Do you know what that did?
What is
It's completely collapsed the player power thing that Man United was.
that's all I've been calling
That's
for
all we've
years.
been calling for from years. It's collapsed the player power.
This same players got Luis Van Gaal.
Ralph Rangnick
Jose
walked
Mourinho
into the
sacked.
look. Yeah, the latest one was Rangnick. Rangnick walked into this team and said the team needs an open heart surgery.
Yeah.
1 month into the moment he said that, Maguire,
yeah.
Rashford,
The player began to
they were just they had ganged up against him. Sancho and Co.
Yeah.
Now you of him. Coaching. Somebody that the likes of Jurgen Klopp and Tuchel admire as the father to whatever they are doing. You are questioning the man's coaching credentials. But whatever this man said has come to pass. United are not going to solve all the problem in the team just this season. But the Zegzi signing, the Zegzi signing,
Yeah, man.
the Lenny Euro signing,
Thank you.
the possible Delete signing,
Thank you.
the Ugarte signing,
Some names, but man, you are selling
the
some
Frimpong signing. Look,
Joro, Delete, Ugarte,
Zegzi. Them signings ni na a prepared team for future challenges. And I've got no doubt, per the credentials of Eric Ten Hag, the way he's worked with young players, beyond the sky is the limit. Nobody should go and misquote me that Coach Nimri says Man United will win the league. Because the minimum would be to restore Champions League football. The minimum. Either through the league or through the Europa Cup. One of them will have to be the means for which United restores Champions League football to Old Trafford. These are don't call me. These are players I don't call me to the fullest. Akele Benomu, Wakame Benomu, and be on their way out. The official announcement to bring Coach Nimli back to Manchester United will be done with powerful men of God.
Yes, Council of Elders
coming up to bless my return.
Thank you. These statements.
Put it on record.
This statement.
Powerful men of God.
Council.
They will call into the program and will give them for them to bless my return.
The portion of this show will be
Yes.
on X. It should be.
Yes, because they know my impact in the team.
Thank you.
And to Thursday, once I meet Ashford, Barada, Quacox, Nadia, Blanc, mo. After meeting them, the way forward will be clear. I don't come in the sexy and the Leno Euro move.
There you go.
Maybe.
I mean, there are names that have come to Manchester United, very big names, and they didn't live up to the billing. Now United are going in for the young guys who they believe are the future of the club, the weight of the club. Until I watched the clip where Zexi was introduced to the Old Trafford facility, like in stadium proper, and he said, "Wow, it is bigger than he had watched on TV." Things like this, would it have any effect on the young guys coming to play for United?
I don't think so, because these are guys who have been used to expectations for quite some time. Because you look at Zexi, I think about 3-4 years ago, he was one of the next big things in football. So he's had to deal with that kind of expectation. You look at Euro, after the season that he recorded, he has been tagged as the next big thing in France in terms of
as a generational talent.
So
Real Madrid wanted him, they didn't get him. All of a sudden, Liverpool wanted him. Man United goes and buy him. Everybody said that they spend. Oh, you overspend. Beg your pardon, man. Look, this is what he brings. Zexi. He's a ball playing attacker. He's a forward player who likes to be involved in the build up.
Yeah.
But one thing that he does too, he can play the false number 9.
True.
You put him there as a striker. He's not going to present himself to the defenders for them to deal with him. No, he makes everybody in and around him better. So if the players around him, the Brunos who've got eye for goals, the Garnachos, the Ahmad, the Rashford and co, who's got proper eye for goals, they can only capitalize on his off the ball movement. The Rasmus Højlund in Lenny Yoro.
Yeah, the defender.
He's an 18-year-old boy who still got a lot to learn. But believe you me, he's reminiscence of Rafael Varane at age 18.
Oh, wow.
I'm telling you, if you've watched him play, the sort of thing he does, he's a good reader. At his age, his anticipation as a centre-back is absolutely immense. At his age, if you watched him play, his anticipation as a centre-back is absolutely immense. He's a good passer of the ball. He's very comfortable in possession. And look, the likes of Lisandro Martinez, whose biggest strength as a centre-back is ability to pass the ball through the press. And Pep Guardiola will tell you that he's among the top 5 defenders in the world. Because his attributes in passing the ball through the offensive press completely...
Yeah, he's got about 90%, less than 90%.
So he can only work with the young boy. That is why it is important that United will bring in Matisse de Ligt, who will walk in straight and partner Martinez. Then the two of them will begin to tutor Lenny Euro. Once Little settles in with his height, builds a bit more of muscle to get him more upper body strength, he's going to dominate. And I'm happy it's a 5-year, 1-year extension, 6 years.
True.
He's not going anywhere by. Stay in and he'll build his future. So he brings absolute stability to the future of the defense of Manchester United. So Maguire, baba yo, baba yo, baba yo. Lindelof. Baba yo. We be na make be wagache. Lindelof from Maguire. Size 50 be anya adofwe. I make be wagache. Oje. Ya na job oje.
But here's the deal. After this season, you are likely to see a lot of these defenders leave Manchester United because
they are leaving this summer.
Even if they don't leave.
Now for somebody like Maguire, Southgate will resign as English manager. Yeah. So if you don't go and play football somewhere, you're not getting to the national team. So he has to go.
Because you look at Maguire, his contract runs out at the end of this season. True. And they are not. I think
Lindelof too.
Yes, Lindelof too. And they won't activate that 1 year option.
Lindelof should have ended. He got the 1 year activated. Yeah. Maguire own ends this season. United will not activate.
They won't activate the deal. And Lindelof too, for sure, he will leave at the end of the season.
He will leave this summer.
Potential. Wan-Bissaka to the same. They've signed John Evans to another 1 year deal, which is shocking.
No. But so that one, but it is experience and to control the atmosphere in the dressing room. You need set sober heads. If everybody is fit, John Evans will come and play 2 minutes, 10 minutes. If we are leading and the people are playing long balls, then he put it to head the ball out. Finish. Then pray. But
at the end of the season, this upcoming season, he too will leave. So you are looking at even the defensive back line. Forget about the other department. Just the defensive department, the back line. You have as many as, or possibly as many as 4 or 5 players leaving, and so bringing in Joro and possibly the late is very, very important. I was a bit surprised they let Kumbwala go. I understand he's on the brink of going to Villarreal.
No, he's gone. But no. You see, for him, no, it was good he left. Okay. Because there's a buyback clause in the deal that is not more than 25 million. He needs to go and play football. Once you bought Euro, there's Delete who's going to come. There's Lisandro Martinez. Then there's John Evans. He is obviously a 5th choice. But once he goes, it's 10 million euros. And you put a buyback clause of 25 million euros in the deal. In case he excels, within a year or two, you go get him and come back. So that was a good deal for him. I believe that he's the sort of player who should not be made to sit on the bench. He needs to go and play somewhere, gain the confidence, stamp his authority, and come back and compete.
Yeah, and so for me, I think the signings have been pretty good. The Zexi bit, I think he's more like Rasmus Højlund in the sense that he's not refined his game yet. Particularly as a center forward. He needs to be more efficient in front of goal, and that's where I getting more goals and finding himself in terms of being able to read the game better. His level of anticipation too is pretty much the same issues I had with Rasmus Højlund. And that's where I wasn't too pleased with the signing, because I honestly believe that they could have gone in for a different kind of striker. With a different iteration.
The only different kind of striker logically you want is Osimhen. United cannot afford Osimhen currently. All the others.
So in that situation, I believe Man United would have just kept Rasmus Højlund in that forward role and have Marcus Rashford back him up, knowing very well that on that left side you already have Alejandro Garnacho, you already have Jadon Sancho, and on the right side you have Amad Diallo and Anthony, and even Pellistri. He's also in the mix. So that's why I honestly believe
Rashford.
They shouldn't have.
Has never wanted to play as a number 9.
Yes,
so he doesn't want to play there.
He wants to play from the flanks.
He wants to play from the flanks. I think what United is looking at doing, every good team, per the way I understand football, you need at least about 3 or 4 strikers, like the days of Andy Cole, Dradiok, Sheringham, and then Solskjaer. So the inclusion of Zexi is not a bad idea. But if United can, then I think they'll have to go for an experienced striker now. But those experienced strikers, the figures that have been touted for them, it is more or less their last contract. You don't want to spend 60 million on an Ivan Toney, who you find difficult to even sell for 20 million in 2-3 years' time. You understand?
Or even Oli Watkins.
The best bet would have been Oli Watkins. But if you go to Villa right
now, too is like 27.
Yeah, but he's 26, 27. So 27 years, he can come in there, give you three good, 4 good years, and then you could get him out there for like 20, 25 million. You understand? So yes, I'm not sure they've completely shut the door on a number 9, a box, somebody who sits in the box. What Eric Ten Hag should look between the two guys. Zexi looks the more technically gifted forward player. So maybe they'll have to refine the movement of Rashford Haaland a bit and because I'm sure the false 9 system will be what Man United are going to rely on a bit more this season. But they have to share the goods. Garnacho, Rashford, Zexi, Rashford Haaland, Bruno Fernandes, Ahmad. As for Sancho, they need to find a way of selling him quick.
The coach and the top hierarchy, the new guys have spoken with the coach, they've spoken with the players, and your coach has been told that the amount with which they bought the player never lived to that expectation. So United is on the losing side. So the coach should calm down.
You see, he'll calm down. But in pegging order, there's no way he should be given the nod ahead of Ahmad. Ahmad now deserves to play in that Man United team.
That's the thing. And so
if anybody brings a good offer, offload him.
Yeah, offload him, because I don't think that relationship has been repaired
Completely
enough.
No.
Because it took so long a time for Sancho to apologize. I don't know even if
eventually he did that.
He did that, but it took so long. So in that situation, definitely Eric Ten Hag will definitely have some reservations. So I don't think that relationship is too smooth. So yeah, if a good offer comes in, or possibly another loan move with a lucrative offer comes in, yeah, I'm pretty sure they will let him go. But for Man United, they really should prioritize getting a young, athletic, top level DM. Ugarte guy is good. He's the one for the job. He's a good signing, and that's what I've always been preaching. Like, Man United always seem to miss the boat. A couple of seasons, or a season ago, Ugarte was one of the hottest names on the market. Yeah. Then PSG got him, but after one frustrating season or two frustrating seasons, they don't get playing time. Then all of a sudden, Man United seem to forget about all these players. Then they go and chase high-priced players. Meanwhile, you can get them on the low. These quality players on the low.
There was no structure.
The new structure.
Yeah, likes of Barada, Blanc, and those people now. They know players when they see one.
Because before you go, because PSG, they have this French defender. He can play as a right full back. He can play as on the right side of a back line, centre back. Nodi Mukele. A couple of seasons back, he moved from, I believe, RB Leipzig, and he moved to PSG. He was one of the hottest names on the market. He gets to PSG, and PSG takes him over. It swallows him and eats him whole. And all of a sudden, he's sitting on the bench and he can't get enough playing time. That guy is so good. 6'2", right full back, can play as a centre back. Brilliant player. Those are the kind of moves that Man United should be making. And I'm glad that they are making some moves, inroads with the Ugarte signing. Getting a quality, talented player like him for more or less like a discount price, yeah, that's the way to go.
Okay. Sports Panorama. Time now for some some shout outs.
Today.
Thank you to Winner Big and to Twisco. So let's get into it, Coach.
My shout out goes to Twisco.
Oh wow, that's big. Huge.
And to the marketers of Twisco. To the big men of Twisco, those people who are in charge of Twisco.
Yeah,
the product has come to stay. It has come to stay. Yeah, everybody.
Promasidor Ghana Limited.
If you go out there to the nearest shop and you are going
Promasidor,
and you don't see it on the lid, don't get it. That's not.
Yeah, Promasidor. There's a white lid.
Absolutely.
And on top of that lid, it is written Promasidor.
Big, yes, big.
Ghana.
Absolutely.
What is that?
Promasidor,
quality food products.
Yeah.
You don't get this anywhere. So my shout out goes to Twisco. I thank them for bringing me Twisco. My family and I, we are enjoying Twisco. Now there are no two ways about that. So may God bless them.
Amen.
Please make it available in every shop near every Ghanaian all over this country for Ghanaians to enjoy. My shout out goes to Twisco. But Rodri, Ballon d'Or winner. No two ways about that.
He isn't going to get it. Do you know why?
Who is going to get it?
Vinicius will get it. Do you know why?
Why is Vinicius going to get it?
No, do you know why Rodri won't get it?
Why won't he get it?
Because of what the EPL did to him last season.
Oh, forget. He will get
what
it.
What the EPL did to him last season. It hurts his credentials of winning the Ballon d'Or. Because, coach,
this player I brought this player since last season. He won everything as a player. Best player in the Nation League. Best player, he won the Nation League, won the League 30, won the Champions League, won everything. This season too, he's won the league, he's won the Euros, he's the best player of the Euros. Nobody, look, football for once will have to be very fair and very respectful to a natural football talent.
You get it, you know why? Because last season, when I was saying this, a lot of people didn't agree with me that this guy deserved to win the EPL player of the season. But for some strange reason, he didn't even make it to the top 3 of that EPL best player of the season shortlist for that award. And if you can't win, if you can't get into the top 3, the shortlist for EPL best player award, how or what business do you have?
We saw
to win the
Vinicius Junior, La Liga. Zuku.
He won it.
He won La Liga. He won La Liga. In the La Liga, he didn't do anything. It was Bellingham who won La Liga. That's why Bellingham was voted the best player of the season. I saw Copa America. Zuku Banza.
Vinicius Junior didn't play against Uruguay.
So what?
And Brazil lost.
No, but what was his performance in the entire?
He was very good.
I beg you.
Yes. My shout to Ivan, Alfonso, and son. Yeah, you and the family. A big evening to you guys. Ivan, I salute you. And Gideon Ampofo inside. Dome, yes, you and your lovely wife. Big shouts to you guys. Big evening to you.
All right. Thank you very much, guys. Thank you guys who stayed in tune and listened to the show. Those who sent messages in, we say a big thank you to you. Maybe I should just read about 3 of them and take leave of you. Morata coming to Milan. Says, don't come in us from Archer in Adenta. Zegzi will be a fantastic player for Manchester United. Figueiredo brought that one in from Amsterdam. This one also says, finally, club football is here. Our fans are not ready for Manchester United. Bedroom Ten Hag from Adenta. Thank you all for sending those messages in. I am Bernard Abeko. Thank you for making time with us on 97.3 Citi FM Sports Panorama. Big shout out to you, Kwesi Otrick and Don K. As I always say, sports is live. You have to get involved. Thank you to technical guys on duty as well. See you another time.